there is a distinct difference between sex and gender or gender identity. The pseudo-war being waged by some against the families premised on this obfuscation and literal obliteration of the distinction between sex and gender. Sex is a biological construct that transcends race, ethnicity, religion, and jurisdictional jurisprudence. Sex is binary. You're either male or female. God determines this at the moment of conception. A fetus carries either the XX or XY chromosome, determining whether it is born female or male.
A Ghanaian member of parliament who has been leading the famous anti-LGBT bill that was recently passed in the Ghanaian parliament, Mr. Sam George, has another video trending in which he is schooling some UN officials about how Africans want to destroy our family values for foreign culture. I want us to watch this particular video. I will be back.
As a natural-born man, a charismatic Christian, a husband of one woman, a father of 3 children, and an elected member of Ghana's parliament, I hold the role of the family extremely sacred. I believe that the right to found a family and determine same is a right that accrues to everyone within the context and spirit of the 1992 Constitution of the Republic of Ghana, the African Charter on Human and People's Rights, the UN Universal Declaration of Human Rights, and several other recognized international treaties like the International Covenant on Civil and Political Rights and the International Covenant on Economic, Social, and Cultural Rights. 75 years after the UDHR, the spirit and letter are more poignant than at any other time in our history. At a time in our world where supposedly progressive forces are agitating for a redefinition of the core principles of what a family is and represent in a somewhat regressive manner, the genuinely progressive voices, like those in this room, must rise in defense of family, its values and protections. The concept of the natural family is under attack, and a siege is being attempted on the spirit of the Declaration of Human Rights. It seeks to be globally acceptable and binding because we have different interpretations. This is the basis for my avowed position that the letter and spirit of the UN Universal Declaration of Human Rights is apt and meets the needs of our global world today. It emphasizes in Article 2 of the rights, the rights and freedoms in the Declaration, and is clear that there shall be no distinctions made based on sex. Yes, it says sex, not gender or gender identity. This is a definite position and must be defended by all progressive forces. The UDHR in Article 16.1 makes yet another actual position that I cherish and implore all of us to hold fast and dear, that the right to marry and found a family shall be between men and women of full age, without prejudice to their race, nationality, or religion. Yes, it says men and women, not men and men or women and women. Yet again, this is another reinforcement of the principle of sex and not gender. As a proud African, Article 2 of our African Charter on Human and People's Rights also echoes the principles of enjoyment of rights without prejudice to sex and not gender. As Africans, the role of the family is cardinal to our society and its well-being. To reinforce this, Article 18 of the African Charter recognizes the family as society's natural unit and basis. It imposes a responsibility on member states in the African Union to protect the physical health and morals of the family. Yes, it said morals of the family. It declares the family as the custodian of morals and traditional values recognized by the community. The Charter says there is no ambiguity here, that the values of family as a union between a natural-born man and woman must be protected by all of us. Against this backdrop, together with 7 of my colleagues in Ghana's parliament, I'm sponsoring a private member's bill titled The Promotion of Proper Human Sexual Rights and Ghanaian Families Values Bill 2021 in Ghana's parliament. In conclusion, I reference the critical role that a family plays in the development of society through the development, education, and upbringing of children. Article 18.3 and 4 of the International Covenant on Civil and Political Rights declares respect for the liberties of parents and legal guardians to ensure their children's religious and moral education in conformity with the convictions of the parents and legal guardians. This right is not given to an educational board or a pressure group or a government. It is the sole right and preserve of parents in the family unit. Ladies and gentlemen herein gathered at the UN headquarters in New York, the family must remain respected and recognized as the union between natural-born men and women of full age, who have the right and responsibility to determine by their beliefs and in conformity with the generality of their community the details of the religious and moral education of their children in a manner that respects communal norms of public safety, public order, public health, public morality, and the fundamental rights and freedoms of the majority of their community. I thank you. Shalom.
So that was Mr. Sam George, an MP of Ningo Pram Pram in Ghana. And he is quite becoming a hero across African continent. He was the main pioneer who drafted the anti-LGBT bill, which was passed in Parliament few days ago, but it hasn't been signed by the president yet. So yesterday, the president came out with a letter addressing the bill which was passed in the Parliament, and if I'm right, what the president said was that this particular bill has been challenged, is being challenged in the Supreme Court of the land, which is Ghana Supreme Court. Some individuals has taken the bill to court, and he is going to wait for the bill to be tested in the court before he will take a decision whether to sign or not to sign. The whole thing is, to me, it's going to be difficult for the president to sign because Ghana governments depend too much on these foreign Western countries. Recently, they joined the IMF program again, and IMF has promised Ghana to be giving them $6 billion US dollars, and they have been paying in bunches. I think every 6 months or every 3 months, they have been paying in bunches. So IMF hasn't given all the money, and Ghana really need that money to sort things out. So if the president signed that bill, there will be an issue between Ghana and IMF. And if he don't sign too, there will be an issue between the citizens of Ghana and the president. So the president's hands has been tied behind him. It has been tied behind him, and it's going to be very difficult for him to sign this bill. So I think, as for this one, he would rather go to opposition than to sign this bill. And we now understand the type of politics that we are playing in Ghana. So let's wait and see if Nana Addo will sign this bill or won't sign the bill. Please go to the description box and join us on Telegram by clicking the link in the description box. It will take you straight to Uncut Africa Live, a platform on Telegram. Join us as we discuss about African progress. Please, if you also want to buy me coffee, you can find my buy me coffee link in the description box, and you can donate something to support my cause as we keep pushing the well-being of Africa. Don't also forget to subscribe to this channel and turn on the notification button so that anytime I upload any great content, you will be notified. I'm always your guy, Digraft Amoakon. Thanks for watching.